Good morning, Tommy Grisafi coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee. I am sitting in the RFD TV studios, filling in for my buddy Scott Shaladay. And boy, do I have to tell you, it's not as easy as I thought. But hey, we get 9 or 10 good minutes of practicing right now, and I can think of no one else to go through the markets and give you 9 at 9 than Brady Huck. There's a lot of moving pieces. Every day sometimes feels like it's quiet, but then things start to build. The story's building. We don't have a lot of great headlines, and the headlines write themselves. We don't just put stuff in there just to put stuff in there. Brady, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great, Tommy. It's a wonderful Wednesday here in Kansas.
Yeah.
How's it in
So
Nashville? How's it
it
going there?
it's good. When I first arrived down here, there was a lot of snow, and I honestly don't think folks own snow shovels because all the sidewalks I walked on, that there was snow everywhere. Like they don't go to Ace Hardware and get a snow shovel. They just wait for it to melt, and it took a week, and it finally rained yesterday. Anyway, that's the weather report from Nashville. I will
That's
tell you
funny.
this: I felt like Ron Burgundy yesterday when that teleprompter started going. They could have put anything in there. I would have said, "I'm Ron Burgundy." Connor's watching right now,
Oh
laughing
yeah,
his what off. But yeah, never used a teleprompter, and it's an art, man. These people are good at what they do. But we'll do better today. So I'll be hosting for Scott today, tomorrow, and there's I could tell you what the show is, but I don't want to do a spoiler alert. So
I,
we'll see
I
what
want to
the
see the
show.
jacket. Is that jacket in the closet somewhere in there? Can you go
It's
find
in
that
there.
jacket?
It's in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He has his jacket down there. He's actually up north
locked in the
speaking
closet.
for a bank up in northern Illinois, and some of our advanced trading clients actually watched Scott speak yesterday. Brady, real quick, let's talk cattle. We're trending up. We're getting to a level in June cattle where a client was pretty excited. If we go a few more dollars, what's going on in cattle, and then move over to hogs too. I know they had a heck of a run. The last, actually, since the beginning of the year, hogs have done well. Tell us about
Yep.
cattle.
Yeah, well, choice box beef, it's is over $300. Highest trade it's seen since November. 300 is that psychological threshold, and we need boxes to run. When box beef gets higher, those packers are more enticed and incentivized to buy more cattle, pay more for cattle, and that money just trickles downhill. So we need to see box beef run. The chuck and the round ground beef, the rib, those primals of that the cutout have been carrying the load there and seeing it go higher. But we need it to continue to move higher to see these markets go up even more. But June at 175, it's good to see it all. I think we're about $10 above the low set in December, and we've sold off so hard September to December. I think most of the charts are to 38% retracement on feeders and fats. It'd be great to see us retrace 50% or 62% and maybe work our way up to those all-time highs again.
Oh,
But
that's interesting. The old Fibonacci numbers. It's funny and interesting how we gravitate to those. Real quick, a friend of mine who's in the cattle industry said we're full blown in a weather market. He said that cold weather and
mhm.
snow, when those live fat cattle stop gaining, he said they don't just all of a sudden start gaining again when the weather warms up. Would you concur?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you get
Explain that
the
real
the
quick.
weather, and it takes an animal's body temp, their requirement to maintain their body temp just goes up 20-30% when you get these type of temps. Seasonally, we see weights peak because of that reason right there. They just don't put on the pounds quite as heavily as they have in the past, and we'll see those weights drop off and fall off. So we'll produce less beef per animal going forward here as temps warm up and as we work through the spring season. Mud, everything else, all adds to that element of lack of gain.
Sure. Clients are starting. Let's switch it to grains, Brady. Clients
Okay.
are starting to ask me some questions. You want to pull up your chart?
Yeah,
And
let's
yeah,
throw that up there.
yeah. What do we have
Got
here? Just
March
corn.
corn on the screen here. A line chart there. It shows up a little bit better for you guys. But curling there at the bottom. Everybody's hunting for the bottom, Tommy. Are we at the bottom yet? Are we at the bottom? When will it bottom? Have they bottomed?
Right.
It's nice to see us off
That's
the lows, though.
we've stopped collapsing. I would say, like, soybeans have had a nice little run. Meals
Mhm.
finally stabilized. Everyone knows the same story. We're on the show. I watch other shows. I listen to different shows. Heck, I'm hosted RFD TV, but we all have the same information. We know there's a big short. And when I was watching TV yesterday up here in the office, every analyst that comes on is like, "Yeah, there's a big short, and it could be a powder cake." Yeah, well, we'll see. There is
Too
a big
wet in
part.
Brazil, too dry in Argentina, big fun to short. We all
We
know the
all know
story.
that. So what you need to tell us is what we don't know. That would be great. When you figure that out, you send it to that group text of me, you, Joe, and Connor, and we'll get that. But it's nice to see grain stop. A couple interesting things, and you and I will talk about it on an after-hours show. But Farm Bureau yesterday mentioned AI, and I found that interesting. Uh, that they're talking about AI and grains, and that's not going away. And we're not talking about your AI that you do with cattle. We're talking
Oh,
about uh,
a little different AI there, artificial insemination versus artificial intelligence.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. Hey, if you're out there listening, watching, you want to ask us a question, like and subscribe. You can ask us a question through YouTube. You can ask us a question through Facebook, and I think we're on LinkedIn. So I do. Maybe I'm starting to see a few comments. Grains are having a nice little tone here, and yeah, Luke's got a good question. You want to pop that in there, Joe? Luke, D's 24 cotton is close to above 80 cents for a couple days now. Any thoughts? It does feel, Luke, that something has changed in cotton. And I don't know what price you have in mind or where you would like to, sell or protect or anything else. Is that you pull up a
That's
cotton chart that fast, Brady?
look at the fingers, Tommy. They're just
Oh
working
man,
today.
somewhere
We got
Luke's
a deep
smiling.
cotton chart. Yeah.
That's a lot better looking chart than corn or anything else. Hey, real quick, can you
Let's
pull up a soybean chart? Just a March or May soybean.
Oh, we're testing me. March or May.
We
Let's go
should
March.
we should be looking okay, so we've really come down a lot. Sure, we're stopped going down, but yeah, we have some work to do, right? There's a lot of
Mhm.
levels. One thing, real quick, Brady, before we end or anything, in my travels, people are really aware of how much interest rates are. And we do have a Fed meeting next week. There's a good chance they won't do anything. But all this talk of they're going to lower rates, they're going to lower rates. I haven't. I'm not so sure about that. And I think the government, with the election, I think uh, that you may see a sudden rate lower towards the election. You typically see fuel go down and stuff. There's some people
That's
say
a
it's politics. Some people say they're just doing the right thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a big watch out, I think, going forward here. It's what we don't know, right? And the stock market got really excited about potential rate cuts. And if they don't come, that's probably going to be a disappointment for many things. I
Yeah,
mean,
but stocks are on all-time high, so it's a conundrum. Real quick, hey,
mhm,
we had election news last night. Trump looks to be the Republican candidate, and Trump wins New Hampshire GOP primary. That went a lot faster than I thought. I thought there'd still be candidates hanging out. Also to note, Governor of North Dakota announced yesterday he is not running for re-election. He will not seek a campaign, and the governor of North Dakota has been hanging out in the Trump campaign a lot. Look for some appointment there. Maybe I don't even want to speculate, but it could be ag secretary, it could be something. They ain't hanging out to there's always the plan is in place, and start watching the people that when Trump's speaking look 6 or 7 to his left and 6 or 7 to their right, and that's what they're gunning for. With that,
mhm.
anything else, Brady, you'd like to talk about?
I don't think so. We don't got to force it. It's a quiet news day. Everybody's waiting for the next move. Which way is it going to go?
I like it. Hey, folks, if you need to get a hold of us, call us 1-855-737-FARM. You can email us at info@ATI ProMedia. With that, let me pull up a little box here, and we'll play My Lovely Bride. And Brady Huck, I will see you tomorrow. And Connor B,
See you
just a
on the
big
cow
no-show.
guy.
I'll be on the cow guy here at 1 o'clock. Connor B, a big no-show today. Just couldn't get it together. Maybe we'll see Connor tomorrow.
We miss you, Connor.
See you, buddy.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.